Brilliance Audio.
So When Are You Having Kids? The definitive guide for those who aren't sure if, when, or how they want to become parents. By Jordan Davidson. Performed by the author. When she was 30, Amanda Smith told herself, and her mom, that 35 was the perfect age to have kids. She had a plan, and a nearly perfect one at that. Amanda would get a 5-year intrauterine device, IUD, to prevent pregnancy, and by the time it was scheduled to come out, she'd be in a relationship and ready to have kids. If she didn't have a partner, she'd do it alone. But surely she would meet someone who was ready to settle down by then. While 35 might have seemed like the age where one does those things to 30-year-old Amanda, a now 36-year-old, single Amanda would have to disagree. "I'm angry," she says. "This isn't where I thought my life would be. It's unfair, and it's shitty. I'm watching my friends have kids, and the prospect of doing it on my own with what adulthood looks like now is so difficult." Amanda isn't alone in feeling unprepared for parenthood. Birth rates for cisgender women 30 and older have been on the rise since 1990. Today, more children are born to those between the ages of 30 and 34 than any other age group. And birthing parents over the age of 35 have a higher birth rate than teens, which was not the case decades ago. It makes sense that so many of us are waiting. The average U.S. student loan debt is $36,510 per borrower for federal student loans and $54,921 for private loans. The median home price, approximately $375,000, and a year of daycare more than $17,000. However, while waiting for the perfect time might seem like it increases the odds of being socially, financially, and emotionally ready, sociologist Lauren Jade Martin, Ph.D., argues that this relatively new societal pressure problematically reinforces the idea that there are certain conditions you must meet before having kids. This gives those who are relatively privileged freedom to reproduce, while others struggle to meet the same bar of preparedness. Delaying childbearing is more common among those who are highly educated or middle class. Research suggests this is due to the way different socioeconomic groups view having children. Middle class and highly educated young people tend to be more risk-averse, whereas those in lower socioeconomic groups view children as a way of finding meaning in a world that limits their options for upward mobility.